Veterinary ozone therapy in small animals, veterinary medicine. Please, Dr. Stefan.
Let's see if they work. Yes, they work. So, my name is Eugen Stefan. I will present you some kind of things in veterinary medicine, ones who can apply in human medicine. A few words of me. I'm born in 1917, graduate in 1996, graduate PhD in 2012. Since my graduate, I work over 20 years in my private clinic. It's called Bucharest, and it's called Central Vet in Bucharest. 99% of my patients are dogs and cats. I have a few ozone generators in my clinics. I work with all of them, except depending on the protocols. So, let's start the subject. How do we get expected therapeutic results? How do we avoid get poor therapeutic results? All of us have this information in our brain, but we need to put in an order. We emphasize a few touch about the protocol ozone. Disposable materials, ozone oxygen, therapeutic protocol, and target protocol. I will go very fast because it's late and we don't have time. Single-use materials, they have to be ozone resistant. This is the classic test of ozone with dissolve the gloves. You can check any type of material if they are ozone resistant. Put it in syringe, charged with ozone, and examine it. Of course, this is not ozone resistant. Oh, it's better. Better now? Okay. Thank you. So, let's take about chemotherapy. The stars of our protocol is ozonotherapy. What they have in common? They need to do venous puncture made with cannula or butterfly. What means that? If you have a good veins, you have to do only 1 to 4 punctures. Doesn't matter what you use. But you have a chronic patient with poor veins, you have to be very careful with that. We have here 6 types of cannula made by different manufacturers. You have to choose one who will give you most advantage. How do you see the difference about the apex? Choose one. No comment. So, check the oxygen concentration. To be sure that everything is okay, you need to check sometimes your oxygen concentration. We are using 2 sources of oxygen. One is the bottle and second one is the concentrator. You have to have one oxygen analyzer. This is one by Longfian, very cheap. They work well. Check if it works well. Yes, in air 20.9 oxygen. It seems to work well. So you can have pleasant surprise. On the left side, an oxygen concentrator, a few years old, who can give you 96.3 oxygen. And the right side, you have a cylinder what is charged with technical oxygen. I have to fight with my oxygen dealer. Check the ozone gas concentration. When I'm talking about that, we are thinking special to all ozone generators. So, what do you need? You need an ozone photometer monitor. Choose one dedicated for ozone generator. What means to have inlet and outlet, and they have to work in special units. Microgram per milliliter units. You can hear a lot of units, ppm, ppmv, microgram per normal metric cube, and other. They are useless. You have to have something like this. So, check your ozone generator. You can have surprise after a while to see that your ozone generator give you less concentration that you set up. So, time to time you have to set up, depends on the type of the device. And second one, nobody think about that. What is the real concentration to deliver to your patients? What means that? There are some protocols who say, take the bottle, put the line inside of the bottle, get to the oxygen generator and take the ozone. Since then, the time is starting to clicking. We are talking about half-lifetime of ozone. So, take a sample of 50 milliliter syringe, 29 degree pressure on knob. What's happening in time? After 1 minute, you have only 50.3 micrograms per ml. After 5 minutes, 12.2. So, generally speaking, you have to be very speed between moment you take the ozone and you administer the ozone into the blood. So, that's why the reason that you can hear some protocol who is over 40 micrograms per milliliter, 60. Depends on the condition. Check the ozone liquid concentration. What means that? We use a special saline solution and distilled water. This is some kind of, you can get it, but it's not the only one. I use for that a boson who give me this facility for measure the concentration. Take a sample, 50 ml saline solution, bubble 20 minutes, or I33 microgram per milliliter, flow 32 milliliter per minute. What's happening in time? After just 1 minute, you will decrease by a quarter. In 3 minutes, you have more than a half decrease of concentration. What is the connection with the perfusion? Between bottle where you bubble the gas and the patient, we have the line perfusion. The line perfusion has usually between 10 and 20 milliliter. If you set the perfusion to, let's say, 1 dose per second, you have to calculate how big will be the decrease of concentration. What means that? That means in 1 minute, you will have, in this line, you will have almost 200 between 400 of drops. That means 1 milliliter per minute means 3.3 between 6.6 time for liquid to cross the line. So between the moment when you have 11.3 and 3 minutes, you will decrease the concentration more than a half. You can get 4.8. So you have to calculate this dose. Let's take a few words about concentration and dose of ozone. Ozone gas concentration. When I'm talking about concentration, we are looking more to the side effect of the high concentration. So do not forget that therapy with ozone and oxygen. We can say that the lowest concentration is 0 microgram per milliliter of ozone. Yes, but it's not ozone therapy. But you still have some effect. Why? Because the oxygen have benefit effect for the health. Take a sample to Oxyveneering protocols. It's a German protocols. They are doing a special device who applied oxygen. Attention, they applied oxygen directly intravenous. That's EV oxygen gas. Because I hear something, you learn something about it's not good to do it. Or hematogenic oxygenation therapy is almost MIAH combined with UB. Simple. For back treatments to kill infection, I started with at least 70 microgram per milliliter and decreased in time with to 20, 50 microgram per milliliter. For us, ozonated saline solution or ozonated oil, you have to use as high as you can. Blood ozone therapy, generally speaking, the protocol is between 20 and 60. If you hear about German protocols with Renata Wittmann-Hanses, it's a very good protocols. But sometimes you can hear about Italian protocols with higher concentration until 60. So attention to side effects of high concentration depending on the protocol. There are well known pulmonary toxicity of ozone who escape in the air. There are well known the hemolysis we can obtain with high concentrations of ozone. And if you are doing DIV, direct intravenous oxygen with ozone, be careful at over. Okay, sorry. So, if you are doing DIV injection with over 40 microgram per milliliter, you will trigger phlebitis with hard consequences for your vein and hard to be treated. So, be careful about this concentration. About dose. Dose, it's the combination between the concentration and volume. The main discussion is focused on ozone blood therapy. Lowest dose, 0 microcentilion, we have the same discussion with benefit of oxygen, what we are doing. High dose is difficult to calculate, sample in EBO, or so-called 10-pass procedure we are doing in American, where 2 doctors. And conclusion, the dose varies from 0 to 50 tens of thousands of microcentilion. So let's go on something more practical things. I'm a private. So I have to leave what I'm doing. Be focused on the most used application. What means that? The most used application means a combination between investment supplies that determine cost, frequency of pathology. What means frequency of pathology? You have to have more clients on the day. Let's say a sample, to be simple. If I specialize in treat Ebola and I live in Europe, I will starve it because I don't have any clients. Result of therapy. Focus on the therapy where you can improve the quality of life, to reduce the symptoms. If you improve with more than 90% is good. If you improve only with 10% it's very bad. Owner acceptance. Generally speaking, the owner or the patients, human patient, do not accept very easy to take blood, mixed renal gas and re-input. If you are talking about DIV injection, it's more hard because you are doing gas directly into the vein. It's more hard to do it. Time. What long will be your procedure? We are talking about DIV. DIV is very short, between 2 and 5 minutes. We are talking our majorato hematology combined with laser therapy, ultraviolet blood therapy. It's long. It will take almost 3 hours. So, which are the most used application of ozone therapy in small animal medicine? Let's take a look. Injection, we can combine external application, dissolvent liquid, insufflation. Injection. Most of what I use is DIV, direct intravenous injection. A few years before, I doing a lot of MIA hash, but now I step the next therapy with DIV because it's short to doing and very cheap. And I don't have any side effects. My target, rheumatologic arthrosis, infection, geriatrics, immune disease. My pathology is spinal compression selected case. Why? In veterinary medicine, the resources are very limited. We cannot do intradiscal injection because if you have to do anesthesia, it's very expensive and they do not accept. So, for subcutaneous treatment, main pathology, skin necrosis, small skin necrosis, subcutaneous infection. How they are looking at? Upstairs you can see direct DIV injection of ozone oxygen. I prefer to do it with a needle because I have much control of the vein. For very good results for spinal generation, protrusion, only protrusion. If you have a dog who cannot move, do not treat, you will get no result with this. And subcutaneous for small necrosis, small infection, very good results. Let's take about a few words about DIV, direct intravenous ozone oxygen, because there are a lot of comments about this one. There are some advantages, what you cannot ignore. You avoid blood extraction, elude pore vein problems. You can obtain the same thing with ozonated saline solution. It's very easy to do it. It's just an intravenous injection. Anybody can do it, even a nursing. It's a very quick procedure in comparison to other blood procedure. Generally speaking, I'm doing 1 ml per kilo with between 50 microgram concentration, and the speed of the flow is between 10 and 10 and between 5 and 10% of the gauge volume. That means between 1.5 minutes and 5 minutes. It's very cheap. Do not need special supplies. You can do with any kind of syringe. It's cheap, really cheap. Do not need anticoagulants. This is advantage, but they have a disadvantage. So, if you are dealing with human patients, high concentration will trigger phlebitis. High concentration means over 40 microgram per ml. I'm doing myself this type of treatment and get phlebitis. So we have those low concentrations. Those is limited by volume concentration. Sometimes when I'm doing technical problem, blocks the vein flow, recurrent stage, or vein combined with the perfusion to establish the circulation. There are very strong psychological barrier. Many people think, I will die if I will put some gas in my vein. You will not die, especially for oxygen. Legislative barrier, nothing to do with local legislation forbidden, it's been forbidden. And cannot be enhanced by UBI, which needs blood extraction. You have to balance that. In my opinion, it's hard to believe that DIV can be the first choice in human patients. But in veterinary medicine, it's another difference. It has an enormous potential in organic farming, targeting production of organic food by replacing antibiotics. So, you can combine with blood fluid, olive oil. Major autohematology, the same target, take a little bit more, it's more expensive. Take the blood, combine and arrange it to the patients. External application is one of the most spectacular applications of the ozone therapy. You can have very, very spectacular results with that. Main pathology, traumatic skin loss, chemical or thermal wounds, skin infection. You have to control a lot of things. Ozone concentration, volume of ozone, bag volume concentration, thinking a lot of things. But you can treat this type of lesion. What is that? Big necrosis, it's a complication of tumor, permanent at what can be solved with that. So, regeneration capacity of ozone therapy has enormous potential in civil and military human medicine, targeting traumas with loss of tissue, necrosis, and bones. Let's take a sample. Have you seen this dog? This is, they look very well. This makes him normal. It's presented in our clinic. This on the left side, you see some picture in a day tray after the beginning of the treatment. It looks very bad. A lot of holes, let's say, in the skin. They don't look very bad. In day 40, we stop the treatment for the hair, for the legs. For the legs, we stop it in 30 days. I get in contact 50 months later. Take a look how they look. What do you have to remark? They are fully covered with skin, no scare, full covered with hair. Complete regeneration. Dissolving liquid, you take a few words about that. Water, I recommend you be distilled water. You can clean the wound, skin, ear infection, vaginal intrauterine infection for special dogs with great value. Generally speaking, I use less water, but I have very good results with infection on the legs, on the part, interdigital infection. Saline solution, infection, hepatorenal pathology. They have a lot of things what we have to control using this technique, between concentration, water technique, bubbling, and etc. This is what I use for obtaining water or saline solution. cleansing the wound with water, vaginal treatment, and simple perfusion. Follow the response and treatment. What means that? The response, quality of the response. Once again, you can solve only 10% or you can solve 90% of the symptoms. Because in veterinary medicine, we don't have any placebo. We have more nocebo. So the owner have to see what's happened with her patient, with his pets. Speed of response. They appear after one treatment, after two treatments, after 1 month, 3 months. You have to speak before to start the treatment with the owner. And time. What means time about response? Time is forever. Let's say if you are doing a back treatment, I recover the skin phase for her life. But if I'm dealing with pain, disease, in orthopedic rheumatic disease, I have to do 1 per month treatment for our life. Treatment, number of treatment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, frequency, daily, 1 per week, 1 per month. And time of treatment, because it's very important to know. Your treatment will long 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or will long over 3 hours if you are doing some complete procedure. Can the response to ozone therapy be maximized? Yes, you can do it. Generally speaking, the blood ozone therapy will enhance all other types of ozonotherapy. So if you can apply blood ozone therapy, you can better results. So in connection with that, light blood dilation therapy will enhance all types of blood ozone therapy. DIV, major, minor, ozonated saline solution. Let's take a look what means that. If you are with laser therapy, the recommendation is to use intravenous. Why? Because you have to avoid reflection, scattering, and diffusion in the tissue of transcutaneous application. One is that skin block the light, so you lose a lot of energy during this procedure. So, if you want to don't do IV treatment, you can do it, but sublingual treatment, but not in the dogs and the cat because they don't accept that. So, there are a few color of wavelength you can use: ultraviolet, blue, green, yellow, red. With some indication, contraindication, many of them do not use when you have inflammation because you increase inflammation. Yellow, blue, and ultraviolet special for infection. You can use as continuous, or you can use in frequency, Nogia, Reniger frequency, or other. You can use alone, or you can combine with vitamin B2, or hypericin, or curcumin, or other type of infection. So, how to use to the cat and dogs? Very nice, I say. A few color you can see. You cannot see the color UV and infrared. So, light blood radiation therapy. You can do intravenous therapy with UV, but it's very low power, only 5 microvolts, and you cannot get big results. So, you have here a Neomatron who is only UVC, and the left side the chimps made by Tom Louvre and Jonathan Louvre. You can use all the 3 types of ultraviolet. UVA, UVB, UVC. Generally speaking, I use the left one because I have better results. So, take the blood, treat the blood, and inject the blood to the dog. So, what do we choose for blood treatment? I don't do the choose. The owner did the choose because I can do a lot of protocols and depends of the money and the time our owner they have. So, which is the most effective protocol? Let's take a look. The most effective protocol means to combine IV, ozone, intravenous laser blood therapy, ultraviolet blood radiation therapy. That means the APEX. This is a very complex procedure. You cannot use daily because it's very complicated, take a lot of time, it costs very much. So, it's not a daily procedure, it's only for the top of the client's top of the disease. So, my practical target, once again, you are looking with animals. Owner, take a look to the animals. They have to see the animals go better. So, you have to improve the clinical appearance. Why? What means that? Painkiller, restoring functional mobility, no fever, physical, major reduction of disappearance of special things. LDCs doing by that. So, special for veterinary. What is the better result for that? Rheumatoid arthritis. I have the most client with rheumatoid arthritis. Old dog who come 1 per month for a therapy. I'm doing DIV for that with very good result. They don't take any kind of anti-inflammatory or anti-painkiller. Canine disturbance, except nervous form. If you are treating nervous form, you will lose your time. They will die. Acute kidney with renal failure. It's very good result as adjuvant, but if you try to treat at over 3.5, 4 creatinine, you will lose your time. They will die. Geriatric, very good one. So, what do not treat cancer. I hear a lot of things about doing injection peri or intratumoral. Do not do it. They will increase the volume, they will get inflammation, they will get worse aspect of the patient. In cat viral infection, it's unpredictable. I have a few cases who are doing well, but many of those, they are not doing very well. They go to die. So I don't have an answer for that one. Well, there are a lot of patients what you can treat with us. So let's take a few samples of infection, and I can show you something more. Subcutaneous infection. This is the infection who appear to the dogs, to the ischium, because they stay on the ischium. It's very hard to treat in veterinary medicine. You have here the dog, I treat him in 5 days monotreatment. A small necrosis to a cat secondary to an injection with Covenant. This is anti-estrogenic products. They have 18 years. Generally speaking, they recommend surgery for that, but an 18-year-old cat, you cannot do that. 30 days of treatment, they go well. Big necrosis, you can get some kind of result only with bake treatment in 35-40 days for this dog. I have a special PPT for bake treatment. Big injuries, this is a dog held by a care. We can see here, sorry, where is the point? Okay, here you can see the bones. They can get to hell in 30 days. Only ozone treatment, the owner insists to apply some special spray. So, at the last, this is my dog. 12 years old, dog, a mixed breed with all history of autoimmune disease and orthopedic pain disease. You can see here arthrosis, dysplasia, arthrosis, spinal problem. How hard or how dangerous to treat the dog with DIV or laser treatment? I say no, because it's my family dog. I put this charge on the shoulder of my daughter. 16 years old, my daughter doing DIV and laser treatment to our dogs. They are doing well, yes. It's a little bit hard job for a young lady, isn't it? Okay. So, using light, ozone, oxygen, you can get health. Thank you for your attention. I hope that you enjoy this.
Thank you for your interesting report.
Sorry for the speed, but I'm the last one, and everybody want to go to eat at home. Yes.